Okay, so you just picked up MW3 and maybe your settings got reset, maybe you're new to controller, or maybe you're new to COD entirely. Whatever it may be, today I'm going to run you through all of the must change controller settings to make sure you're having the best experience in Modern Warfare 3. Alright, so first things first, shout out to my man, Iceman Isaac. He's where I got all these settings from. He's done a ton of testing in-game to make sure that these are the most optimized settings. So shout out to him. The original video is going to be linked in the description. I figured I'd just make this video in case you didn't see that one, and maybe you're seeing this one instead. So with that said, let's hop over into controller settings and go through everything. So most of these first ones are going to be preference, especially when it comes to button layout. I personally play on bumper jumper tactical, something I adopted all the way back in Black Ops 3. Because I don't have a scuff, if I was playing default or tactical, I would have to take my thumb off of the right stick to go and hit X or jump. So because there were booster packs back then and jumping was so important, I switched it to bumper jumper, which makes L2 jump and X your tactical, or L1 depending on what you use to aim. But ever since then, I've just kept it. It's what I'm used to. It's easier to jump shot, honestly. If you're a jump shotter and you don't have a scuff, I recommend switching to bumper jumper tactical or default. It really is dependent on what you want to be, crouch or melee. And then I play flip. That's just what I've always done. I'm a PlayStation guy. It's what I'm used to. So again, these are just personal preference. The only thing that I would recommend is dead zone inputs. Now I like to have mine pretty low at 2 and this one at 5. The only reason why I don't have them at 1 or 0 is because I notice a little bit of stick drift when that happens, and I'm just not a fan of that. Personally, I just prefer to have them when I'm not moving the stick, have them not move. So totally up to you, but I would say have these as low as possible. Moving on over to aiming, again, still this is preference. I would say if you don't know what sensitivity you like, start on 6.6 and kind of move up or down from there. Personally, I go 4.4. It's just what's always worked for me. And then I would recommend across the board changing this ADS sensitivity multiplier to 0.8. Moving down, you want to make sure aim response curve type is dynamic. All of this is pretty basic. Make sure aim assist is on. And then I've always used Black Ops and heard that that was the best, but I've been hearing a lot of people say that default is actually the best one to go with. So if you're playing on any of the other ones, try switching over to default and see if that works better. If not, stick to what works. So that's it for aiming. Heading over to gameplay, and this is where some of these settings are the most important. Now, automatic sprint, in the video, he had it on. I think this is just preference. If you want to just always be sprinting whenever you're moving forward, totally up to you. I keep it off. I like to choose when I'm sprinting or not. One thing I would definitely recommend turning on is tactical sprint behavior to single tap run. This means when you click in the stick to run, you're going to be automatic tac sprinting and then sprinting, normal sprinting when you don't have tac sprint. It's just going to make you move around the map faster, especially with the increased movement speed in MW3 and the game moving a little faster. You want to make sure that this is on. Rounded mantle, automatic airborne mantle, and automatic ground mantle / hang. Turn those off now. Those aren't already off. Like, just do it, please. Especially with slide canceling. I noticed that if I slide cancel up to a piece of cover and I hit jump to cancel my slide, it mantles immediately and it screws it up. And now I'm on top of the cover and I'm dead. So just turn these off. You'll thank me later. Now, slide / dive behavior is something that has come up a lot in these settings to change. And it's because of how the delay with the controller works with sliding. Now, because slide canceling is back and it's very important to be doing in this game if you want to really compete with some of the best people, there's a weird delay when you include dive in there. There's a weird something that goes on with the stick and clicking it and getting timing right and having a bit of a delay. So honestly, unless you love dolphin diving, I would just turn this to slide only. It gets rid of that weird delay and just makes sure that as soon as you click slide, you're sliding. I heard that in the beta, and I think maybe still in the full game, the way sliding actually triggers is upon clicking and releasing. And so when that happens, there's a bit of a delay. Now, when you turn it to slide only, it's counting a slide right when you click it instead of clicking and releasing. Turn slide only on. Trust me. Plunging underwater should be free. Sprinting door bash on. Make sure you guys change ledge climb behavior to mantle only. This will get rid of that weird like pull up stuff so that you make sure as soon as you're mantling over something a little bit higher, you just mantle up there. Slide cancel sprint should be on, of course. All this combat behavior is pretty much basic. One of the only things I would change is weapon mount exit delay to instant. It just means if you're mounted, as soon as you get out of that mount, you're just ready. You're back in the action, ready to aim and shoot. Now I have this to tap to reload instead of prioritize reload, just because on the off chance, and I know that it's going to happen to me, that I think I need to reload, but I actually have a full mag and I hit square just to be safe. And I'm walking over a gun and I pick that one up. And then let's say the gun has half a mag. And so I go to pick up my old gun and I press interact and now I'm reloading a separate gun and now I'm dead. I just keep it on tap to reload, hold to interact. It's just simple like that. None of this stuff really matters unless you're in like Warzone and stuff. So if you're in Warzone, maybe go look up those settings. Is more for multiplayer. And then another thing you should change is ping wheel delay. If you're somebody who likes to ping, I turn this off just in case. It means that there's no ping wheel. So, you know, when there's like danger, enemy here, ammo here, like whatever it might be, all you're doing is just pinging. So there's no delay. As soon as you click ping, it ping. And so that's it for controller settings. I'm not going to go through graphic settings on PC just because, you know, those are super case by case. If you have a really good PC that can handle really good settings, turn them up. If you have an okay PC, turn them down. There are a few settings that you can change across the board to make FPS higher, but honestly, just go watch Iceman Isaac's video. He goes through all of that stuff. I just wanted to keep today short to controller settings, as some of you may or may not be on PC and interested. So that's going to do it for the settings today and the video. If these helped you out, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you guys go to the original video too and smash the like button there. If you want to see more MW3 content, then subscribe. And with that being said, we'll see you on the next video. Peace!